Hi you guys, it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors. I am still working on the covers for the journals, and I haven't done much more than prepare things to glue down, but everything that I've done since then, like I've waited to finish. So you've pretty much seen everything except for just inside I glued in a pocket. None of this is glued down, I've just prepped it. So what I have here is I cut a doily in half, and I have a couple small pieces of fabric. I stitched around them just for a little bit of an accent. And we're gonna do some, I don't know, I feel like this is called panic gluing because it all happens so quick that sometimes I feel like I'm gonna panic. So yes, this is officially the way I panic glue. I had it all set up, and hopefully I can get things down now. And of course it just moved. I think it's still going to be fine though. See what I mean, panic gluing? Because this is like, okay, if I mess up, which I did putting the second one together, I'll tell you what I did here. And when I show it to you, I have it glued down, but okay, so then I'm going to flip this side up and get this side glued. So I thought it would be cute just to have a little bit of fabric kind of poked under the pocket like it's patches. Okay. And then I want to make sure again that everything is where I want it to be. I'm moving it over so I can see my camera holder covers everything I'm doing. So, okay. So to start this one, I am going to tack it down with some hot glue to keep it in place. And then I'm gonna glue, that's odd. I'm gonna glue the rest of it with Fabri-Tac, just because this is kind of delicate and I feel like the hot glue you'll be able to see it and it'll make it hard or something. I'm trying to get glue off my fingers here, just a second. Okay, so, but that keeps it where I want it. Yeah, I've got glue everywhere. Make sure you guys are still in camera. Okay, and so see, that just keeps it where I wanted it, and I can go in now and put glue where I want it. So messy. Okay, now I get glue off my fingers again. Okay, so let's see where I want this again. All right, so again, to get it started, I'm going to put some hot glue in the center so that it doesn't move on me. Make sure it doesn't go through. And then okay, more panic gluing. I don't know why I mean, just, it feels like this is a do or die situation and I've got to get it just right, or I don't know. It's just gonna be all messed up. And I'm putting kind of a lot of glue. I don't know how much it will soak into the jean and not stick if I don't really put a lot. So the one nice thing is, I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It doesn't dry very fast, and so you do have time to work around it. Whereas if I did hot glue all the way around, you know, I wouldn't be able to lift up the corners that I had already put glue on, and this way I can. So, and I don't know if one, you know, works better than the other. They may both work just fine. I don't know, but I'm doing this. And then I'll go back in and get the corners that I can't get with this. In the end, I'll do a little bit more hot glue. I feel like I'm rambling. So like I said before, I am going to do a giveaway. I don't know which one. They're basically the same with a few differences. You know, like I didn't always have the same image or the same amount of fabric or, you know, something. So they're not completely identical, but for the most part, they're identical. Or for the most part, they're the same, I guess I would say. Okay. Okay, we're gonna kind of let that sit. And on the other one that has been drying for a few minutes now, I put this down in the pocket just to make sure that my glue didn't seep through. It's just a plastic folded over bag, and that way my glue doesn't seep through and glue my pocket closed. I didn't think it would, but it might. I don't know. So just go around every now and then as I'm, you know, moving on, and give it a push. Okay. So what I decided to do was this fabric for the tie. Now on camera, it looks very orange. It's kind of more of a peachy corally orange. It's not crayon orange, so I'm not sure how you guys see it, but when I'm looking at my phone, it sort of looks crayon orange. I took my fabric quarter that I had gotten from, is that what they're called? I had gotten this from Joann Fabric quite a while back, and it wasn't long enough. I doubled it up. You know, I tore strips and sewed them together, but I also had to sew them together in the center to make it long enough to wrap around the whole thing and tie over here. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Choose which one we want on top. Okay, that one is going to have to go like this. Okay. And see, the butterflies go both directions, so I don't think it really matters, and it's going to be tied in a bow. So I'm just going to go and find sort of the center. I have a couple things that I'm taking into consideration here. Okay, so I made a little lace flower. I was thinking fabric, and then I just thought that the lace would go with, you know, the lace that I have on here. And I am just going to hot glue it to this. Yeah, it's a couple of different laces, and I just glue them onto a paper round, and I stitched this button in. It's one of those that has the, you know, loop on the back, and so I just stitched it on and added hot glue underneath it, so it should stay put, no problem. All right, so I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna put a lot on there. And we're just gonna poke it down and then lift it just to make sure I'm not getting glue on the jean. So that will be like that. And then we have to glue this down as well. That is going to go here. But I have to get an idea of exactly where I want it. I think I'm just going to do a little mark with a pencil, so I kind of know to, if I can, yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I just put a little mark right there, and that's where I'll line up my loop. And again, I'm using hot glue, and I'm just going to put it all over the back. On the other one, I went back in afterwards because that happens. I just had to use my mouth to open that bag. That kind of thing happens. I hate it when that happens. I need a glue gun that holds more glue than that. I'm probably right in the camera. Like, if you're watching on a big screen, it's all hand. Okay, so I'm just squishing it all down in there. And then going into here, if I find a place that I didn't get glue, I'm just going to add some down in there. That's in. Okay. All right, I think that's good. Talk about panic gluing. All right, so then we have to thread our tie through. Okay, and then that's the closure for it. And I'm going to leave it loose. It's just going to be threaded through that. I'm not gluing it anywhere. And then I found these little iron-ons that I thought were so cute at Hobby Lobby. And I thought it would be cute to add just a little butterfly. I'm not quite sure where. I don't know. I feel like kind of just in the corner. If it was going this direction, I would do it over here. Let's see. I like this one, but I don't like how it's so similar in color. I like that this one has a little bit of contrast. I think I'm gonna go right here with it. Yeah. And this I'm hot gluing down. So the other iron-ons, it wasn't on sale. It was $5.99. But I had to do it because I needed to get on with this. So this is what came with it, and then the one I'll show you in a minute that I put on the other pocket. But yes, they're iron-ons, and what it says in the directions, it says to iron it on this way and then to turn your thing over and iron it on from the backside. I can't do that, so I'm just hot gluing it down. It's probably what iron-on is anyway, right? Some sort of, because it's melting a glue when you're ironing it, so it's probably similar. Okay, so let's move this over, and I'm gonna just continue to let this dry some and push on it every now and then, because if I peel, it'll still peel off. It's just not ready. So I'll bring the other one in. All right, so here is the other one, and this is the other butterfly. Isn't that adorable? I love it. Okay, and this one is, I'm thinking this one's dry. I went around and I checked to make sure all of the edges were glued down, and anywhere that I could get my finger under it, I added hot glue. On the inside of this one, I'll show you, so I decided to do this paper, and I inked it down a lot to take away some of the brightness. I still have to decorate some tags for the front and the back, but that's what the pockets are in the front and the back on both of them. Okay, and then, so let's go ahead and tie it closed so you see what it looks like, and then I'll show you the pens that I bought. I just purchased them at the dollar store, and so I am not guaranteeing how great they are, but they're pens, and whoever wins a journal, if they, you know, want to get different pens to put in, then they can do that, or, you know, just use them as a decoration and use a different pen in the journal. Okay, and that can be tied tighter. I'm just getting it tied is all. It's really, really cute though, don't you think? And again, it's very orange in the camera. It's not as orange in person. Okay, these are very fluorescent, but that's what they had. So I just thought it would be really cute to have these lined up inside. And I bought a package for each journal. I don't know, they're just kind of bright, fun, kind of different, I think. What do you think? You can't really see the patches back there. And of course, if it's something that, you know, somebody doesn't like, they don't have to leave them in there. They could just stick like a pencil and a pen or something like that. How cute. I also thought about putting one of these just like right here on the back. What do you guys think? Should I do that? I have this option and this option. Whatever I put on one, I'll have to put the other on the other one, or this one. And that's all. Otherwise, the things are too big. And again, I don't like that this is so much the same color. Anyway, so that's what I have, you guys. And so I'm not sure, I'm still not finished with the inside. I won't announce giveaway information or, you know, rules until I'm all finished with it. I don't know when it'll be, but I'm working on it. And I'm also not planning on announcing the giveaway in some big announcement. I just want it to be for the people who watch my videos, and they're going to see it in watching my videos that there's going to be a giveaway. And I'll mention it throughout my videos. I realize not everybody watches every video. So throughout the next, you know, several videos, until I actually draw a name, I'll remind people to go back and watch a certain video because there is a giveaway. That way, you know, people should have an opportunity, you know, throughout all the videos that I hopefully will be uploading. Hopefully, that I have no idea what will be at this point. So anyway, you guys, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you soon. Bye.